So I'm just to let Miriam know that I record them and send them to you so that you've got it if you want to have a play at home. Brilliant. So let's start. We're standing, having the foam rollers handy, feet together, turning toes out, follows by heels. So just looking down at your feet, make sure they're tracking straight and parallel to each other. Soft through the knees, hips facing forward, shoulders round and down, and ears over the shoulders. Placing the hands on the hips, and we're just going to rock that pelvis forward, flattening through the lumbar spine, and back and arching through the lumbar spine. Good. One more time, rocking that pelvis forward and back, and then finding the halfway point between the two. Nice neutral spine position. Placing the hands over the rib cage, drawing the shoulders down the back. Nice deep breath in through the nose, feel the rib cage expanding, and out through the mouth. Good, one more time. Nice deep breath in, drawing those shoulders down the back and out through the mouth. So while we continue this deep lateral breathing, I want you to imagine that belt around your waist, drawing the sides towards each other and pulling the belly button back towards the spine. And at the same time, feel those pelvic floor muscles like a lift coming up. 1, 2, and 3. So tightness through the whole abdominal core region, but you can keep with that deep lateral breathing. So relaxing the arms down by your side, and we're going to start with those forward shoulder rolls. Nice big rolls, releasing any tension in those shoulders, working with the breath. One more time, forward, and then we're going to reverse up to the ears, over the mountain, and down the other side. Squeezing those shoulder blades together at the back. Good. One more time, and then we're sliding the shoulders down the back, arms hanging by your side. On the in-breath, we're going to float the arms out to the side, locking the shoulders down the back as we reach the arms up to the ceiling. On the out-breath, push the air away as you bring the arms back down. I'm going to kneel. I don't want you to kneel. I'm just kneeling so you can, see my arms. So in breath, we're going to float the arms up to the ceiling, palms facing each other. We're going to reach the right arm up to touch the ceiling and slide the shoulder blade down the back. We're going to turn the palm now to the outside. Reach that right arm up to the ceiling and slide the shoulder blade down the back. Good. Left hand, palm facing towards the other one. Reach up to the ceiling and slide the shoulder blade down the back. Palm facing away from you, reaching the shoulder up to the ceiling and slide the shoulder blade down the back. Good. We're going to bring palms to the ceiling, arms out to the side. We're wrapping the palms back to face the back of the wall, and then we're squeezing those shoulder blades together at the back. Try and get those shoulder blades to touch. In breath, palm to the ceiling. Out breath, take the palms back and squeeze those shoulder blades together. Good. One more time. In breath, palm to the ceiling. Out breath, sweep the arms back, draw those shoulder blades together. We're going to bring the hands down, clasp them behind you, interlock the fingers, turn them inside out, and we're lifting them up away from the glutes. Drawing those shoulder blades together, so don't let those shoulders round, and just feel that lovely opening stretch through the front of your chest. Relax the hands down now onto the glutes, but keep them clasped behind you. And we're going into the neck stretches. So we're dropping left ear to left shoulder, drawing the right shoulder down the back. And then we're going to drop chin to chest, keeping those shoulder blades squeezing together. Rub that chin very slowly across the chest, just feeling any stretching, any tightness through that neck. Ending up with right ear over right shoulder. One more time, to the other way, chin to chest, very slowly, rubbing that chin along the chest, ending up left ear over left shoulder, and coming up to the center. Just roll those shoulders back. We're going to float the arms back up to shoulder height, drawing the shoulders down the back. We're going to cross the hands in front of each other, right arm on top. Open the arms back out to the side and squeeze those shoulder blades together. Good. Crossing again, left hand on top. And open and squeeze. Now we're going to speed this up. So changing the hand on top, right hand to cross and open and squeeze. Left arm and open and squeeze. Good. 2 more times to each side and squeeze. Left arm and squeeze. Last one. And open. Squeeze those shoulder blades together. Good. Taking the arms back out to the side, we're going to bring the right arm across the chest, hook behind, above the shoulder, above the elbow, get it right in the end. Reach that right hand away from you, palm down, and stretching through the tricep, maybe even into the shoulder there. Good. Nice deep breath. And then we're going to sweep the left arm out to the side. Bring the left arm across your chest. Reach those fingers away from you. Hook behind the elbow to increase that stretch. Good. Breathing through that. We're going to bring the arm straight out in front. Bend the elbow slightly. Put the right elbow into the crook of the arm. Twist the hands around. So you can either hold the hands or a finger, thumb, wrist, whatever you can get hold of. And from there, we're going to lift the hands up towards the ceiling, but at the same time, drawing the shoulders down the back. So don't let the shoulders come up. Good, just breathing through that stretch. And relax and shake the arms off. We're going to change arms. So right elbow bent, place the left elbow into the crook of that arm, twist the hands around, lift the arms up but drawing the shoulders down the back. Good, quite a strong stretch here. Good, so you're trying to sort of cross those forearms around each other, breathing through that stretch. And relax. Give those shoulders a bit of a roll, just gently stretching that neck side to side. When you're ready now, we're going to go on into the roll down so the knees are nice and soft, core engaged, shoulders relaxed and down the back. Deep breath in. As we breathe out, we're going to drop chin to chest and then imagine you're peeling your vertebra one at a time off the imaginary wall behind you, keeping that belly button scoot to the spine. Let your arms hang, head hang, as you slowly peeling down towards the floor, feeling the articulation, taking time through that lumbar spine. As you let the hands dangle to the floor, head hanging, drawing the shoulders down the back. And then we're going to scoop belly button to spine and we're rounding back up. Again, not coming up in one straight line. You want to feel the rounding and stacking, one vertebra at a time. Come up to standing and roll those shoulders back. Good. One more time. Deep breath in. As you breathe out, chin to chest. We're rounding down, crown of the head, weighting you down. Arms hanging like a rag doll, head like a rag doll, all the way down. This time we're either going to hook the fingers under the toes or place the palms flat onto the floor. Let the head hang, shoulders down the back. We're straightening through the right knee for 4, 3, 2, 1, and soften. Straighten through the left knee for 4, 3, 2, 1, and soften. Straightening through both knees now, head hanging, drawing the shoulders down the back, feeling that pull up through the calves and hamstrings. And then we're going to soften through the knees, walk the hands forward. We're coming down onto our knees, bringing the roller in front of you. I'm just going to drop my camera down. Good. Drop it down a fraction more. So we're on our knees. The hands are on the roller in front of us. So I'll just show you the first time what we're going to do. I'm sure you can sort of get. So we're going to roll down, hands onto the roller. Let the forearms come onto the roller. We're going to come down, drop the head down between the arms, but then we're going to lift the head up to come into a back extension, and then we're going to round back up again, arching through the thoracic spine, arms to the ceiling. Okay, so just showing you that one. We're all going to do it together now. So scooping the belly button to spine, we're going to drop chin to chest. We're rounding down to the roller. Push the roller away. So Jane Thomas, are you all right with cat stretch with this one? Yeah. Push the roller away, letting the forearms come onto the roller. And then we're going to drop the head down between the arms. Good. Head down to the floor. And then take the eyes to the ceiling for the back extension. Good. Scoop the belly button to spine. We're rounding back up, stacking that spine. Come up to kneeling and arms to the ceiling. Good. Okay, one more time. We're going to bring the arms round, chin to chest. Place the hands on the roller, pushing the roller away. Drop the chest down to the floor to get that stretch through the shoulders first. Get that lovely stretch through the shoulders, and then take the head to the ceiling for the back extension. And then we're rounding back up, stacking that spine, floating the arms up to the ceiling. Brilliant. So we're coming back onto all fours. We'll just push the rollers away for a minute. We don't need them for a sec, so just have them in front of you. We're going to slide the leg back, tuck that toe underneath you, push back through the hands. So make sure you're not hitching that hip up. Keep that hip drop down and take the heel through to the floor. Good. So for this one, you should be feeling a really strong stretch through that calf. Keep the pressure on, taking the heel to the floor for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and slide that left knee back in. Good. We're sliding the right leg back. Tuck that right toe underneath you. Drop that hip down. Push back through the hands, heels to the floor. And we're holding that stretch for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Keep the pressure on. 4, 3, 2, 1. And center that knee back up. We're going into the hip drop. So we're going to take both hips over to the right. Look over your left shoulder at your heel. So we're just stretching out through that pelvis now. In breath to center. And then both hips over to the left. Look over the right shoulder at your feet. And center. Good. One more time to each side. See if the hips will drop a little lower here. Good. And center. Over to the left, look over the right shoulder at your feet, center back up. We're going to sit back on your heels, head down to the mat, and just rounding off through the back there. Good. Okay, so Jane, if you stay on the ball for this one. So we've got a few options here now. Ideally, we're aiming to have our knees on the roller and the feet lifted up. Now, you might find that that gets a bit too much for you. Maybe the wrists are an issue. If so, you can always come down onto your forearms. But of course, if it feels too much, just come down onto all fours. So either just on all fours, or if you can, the best place for the roller is right under the knees. If it's over the shins, it can be a bit uncomfortable there. Good. So scooping the belly button to spine. We don't want any sway backs there. We want that belly button engaged. Make sure the wrists are underneath the shoulders. We're going to slide that left leg back. And again, don't hitch that hip up. Keep it down. We're going to reach the left leg back. Flex through the foot. Push the heel away from you. Point and lower back down. So, Catherine, if you want to do leg and arm raise for this one, that's fine. So we're reaching that left leg back again, flex through the foot, push the heel away from you, point and lower back down. Good. We're going to reach that leg back to the ceiling, bend the knee, flex the foot, and we're pulsing it to the ceiling for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going to bring that knee forward. Look at the knee and take it back up to the ceiling with a flexed foot. Good. Try not to hollow through that back. Keep the belly button scooped. Bring the knee forward. Take it back and up. Good. One more time. Bring the knee forward. Take it back and up. And then bringing the knee down level with the right knee. And we're taking it out to the side and in. Good. Out to the side and in. Working these arms a bit here as well. Out to the side and in. Let's just drop back onto our heels, head down, and just giving our arms a bit of a breather here. Good. So if you're not using the foam roller for this one, do the leg and arm raise for the first couple. Okay, so we're coming back onto all fours again, shoulders down the back. Lift both feet up off the floor if you can. We're sliding the right leg back. And we're taking the right leg up to hip height. Flex the foot, reach that heel away from you. Point and lower. Good. Reach that right leg back, flex, lengthen that heel away from you, point and lower. Good. We're taking that right leg up, bend the knee, flex the foot. We're taking it up to the ceiling for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're bringing that right knee forward to your nose. Drop the nose to the knee and lengthen back up to the ceiling. Good. In breath, nose to the knee. Out breath, back up to the ceiling. We're bringing the knees level, and then we're taking that right knee out to the side and center. Good. So 2 more. Out to the side and center. Good. Last time. Out to the side and center. Sit back on your heels, head down, and just giving those wrists a bit of a breather there. Good. Okay, so Jane, you can come and join us now with the roller. So the roller now is sitting just underneath the knees, hands back to the floor. So we've got the roller on the shins here. We're going to pull the roller through. Now what we're doing here is we're just loosening off through the front of the shin, the tibialis anterior muscle. So we're going to pull the roller through, keep the weight towards the heels, and we're just rolling back and forward along the front of the shin here. Now, if you haven't got a roller, I want you to sit back on your feet, and we're just going to lift the knees up slightly if you can, and just feel the stretching through the top of the feet, and then lower back down again. Okay, so that's if you haven't got a roller. Sit back on your heels, lift the knees up and lower. If you've got the roller, we're just going to keep rolling forward and back. You might find it a little bit uncomfortable. If you do, of course, lift the weight up away from that roller. Okay. So we're now going to come onto the front of the thighs here. Okay. So if you haven't got a roller, I want you to side lie and do the quad stretch. Miriam, give that one a try. See how you get on. So we're going to come onto our quads, forearms on the mat, and we're rollering through the front of the quads. Have a little play. You want to be coming to the side a little bit. This is really just loosening off any tight muscles. Focus on one leg first and have a play coming a bit to the outside, to the middle, and then focus on the opposite leg. If you're finding a bit of a really tight spot, just stay on it and roll. Good. That's it. Really, Miriam, you feeling it through with that that roller? Yeah, good. That's fine. It squishes. It's fine. When you've got your proper roller, you'll feel it. Good. Okay. So once we've done that, we're going to bring the roller back. So Miriam, definitely do this with your roller. Catherine, I want you to plank here for as long as you can. We're going to place the roller underneath the sort of center of the shins, back onto all fours again. So the roller's about, sorry, I've got black leggings and a black roller, so it's probably not that easy to see. So have the roller halfway down the shins. We're going to push the roller away and then draw the roller back in as far as you can. Push the roller away. Now watch, you don't want to be dipping through the back. Keep lifted through the core. And we're pulling the roller through. Good. 2 more times. Push away. And pull it back through. Last one. Working these arms today. Working these core muscles. Pull it back through. Come down onto your knees. We'll bring the roller around to the front of you. Sit back on your heels. Head down to the mat, just a nice child pose here, keeping the weight towards your heels. Good. And then we're going to round back up and stack the spine. Brilliant. So we're coming to lying on the roller now. So place the roller vertically down your mat. Sitting on the end. So if you haven't got the roller, just come down to lying on the mat. Miriam, have a go with the lying on your sponge, I'll call it. Good. Okay, so we're going to roll back down to lying on the roller. Checking the crown of the head is comfortably there. And the tailbone is not hanging off. Feet sort of towards the edges of the mat. If you're not using the roller, have your knees and feet hip width apart. So finding our neutral spine position. On the in-breath, we're rolling the pelvis forward. So you're lifting that lumbar spine up off the mat, chin towards the ceiling. On the out breath, flattening through the lumbar spine and taking the chin towards the chest. Good. So you're nice and flat, imprinting that lumbar spine. In breath, roll that pelvis forward, taking the chest, the chin to the ceiling. On the out breath, flattening through that lumbar spine, so pushing into that mat and taking the chin towards the chest, keeping that lovely length through the back and neck. We take both arms up to the ceiling, palms facing each other. Miriam, try lying on your red bolster. So we're going to float the back of the hands down towards the mat. Try your red bolster that you have. Yeah, take the back of the hands down towards the floor. Good, reaching the hands away from you, feeling that lovely stretch through the front of the chest, trying to drop those shoulders down towards the floor. In breath, we're going to float the arms back up to the ceiling again. Good. One more time. Float on the in breath. Float the back of the hands down towards the floor, dropping those shoulders over the edges of the roller. Nice deep breath in and float the arms back up to the ceiling. Palms facing away from you. We're going to drop the elbows down towards the floor. Take the back of the hands down to the floor here. Now don't force it. We're just going to hold that stretch, seeing if you can get those hands just to relax back down onto the floor. If it starts to get uncomfortable for you, just bring the fingers back up to the ceiling again. And then take the back of the hands down. Make sure that lower back, that lumbar spine is not lifting away. Think of pushing that rib cage down. We're going to slide the hands along the floor, coming up above the head. And then we're going to reach those arms back up to the ceiling again. Think of the shoulders sliding down your back. We're going to bring both hands forward, down to your feet. Back of the hands on the floor, slide the arms out to the side, bringing them up above the head and back up to the ceiling again. Good, one more time. Bring the hands forward, back of the hands on the floor, sliding out to the side, reaching above your head, keep the rib cage down and back up to the ceiling again, shoulders down the back. Good. We're bringing the hands up above the head now. Lock that rib cage down, bring the arms out to the side, sliding them along the floor, all the way down to your feet and back up to the ceiling again. Last time, over the head. Don't force it. Keep the rib cage down. Slide them along the floor as you bring them out to the side and back up to the ceiling again. We're going to place the hands onto the front of the thigh here. Good. Locking that lumbar spine into the mat. So really drawing that belly button to spine. On the out breath, we're going to take chin to chest and we're sliding the hands up so the eyes are looking in between the knees. Engage that core. Don't let that belly button pop up. And lower back down again. Good. Deep breath in as we breathe out, chin to chest. Now, if you need to support your head, that's fine. Just make sure you're cradling the head and you're not pulling the neck up. And lower back down. Good. One more time. On the out breath, slide the hands up. We're going to hook the hands behind your legs. Draw yourself up a little bit higher. Hands back on the knees and lower back down. We're going to do one more of those on the out breath. Chin to chest, slide the hands up, hook, squeeze those abdominals a little tighter here. Hands back on the knees and coming back down to the roller. Good. Place the hands on the floor. So Catherine, for you, you can use your arms as normal here. So you can have both arms up to the ceiling. If you're on the roller, just keep the hands down for the moment. Imprint the lumbar spine. We're floating the left leg up to tabletop and lower it back down to the floor. Now remember, if you feel a bit wobbly here, take those feet wider, all right? That will stabilize you. We're floating the right leg up, lock the back down, and lower that right foot back down again. We're floating the left leg up into tabletop. We're straightening that left leg up to the ceiling, lock the back down, flex through the foot, and we're lowering that leg towards the floor. Don't let it touch the floor just before. Bend the knee back to tabletop. Now we're going to try and do that with the right arm up to the ceiling. So straighten that left leg, flex the foot, lower the heel to the floor, locking the back down and back to tabletop. Try lift that left arm now. So left leg up to the ceiling, flex the foot, lower the leg down and back to tabletop. Last one here, toe to the ceiling, lock that back down, flex the foot, lower to the floor and back to tabletop. Good. We're going to lower that left foot to the floor. Again, make sure the leg is nice and wide to help stabilize you. And we're floating the right leg now up to tabletop. Straighten the leg up to the ceiling, lock the back down, heel to the ceiling and flex foot. We're lowering that leg. Good. In breath to tabletop. Take the leg straight to the ceiling, flex the foot, lower and back to tabletop. Last one here. Right leg to the ceiling, flex the foot, lower the leg, back to tabletop, and we're lowering that right leg to the floor, keeping the arms to the ceiling. We're going left leg up into tabletop. Flex the foot and we're heel tapping. So from the hip, we're lowering the heel to the floor and back up to tabletop. Now remember, the work here is through that core. That back stays locked down into the mat or roller. Good. Catherine, you can do double legs here. Good. And up. Good. Lower the heel to the floor. Lock the back down. And up. Last one here, heel to the floor, taking back up, and we're going to swap legs. So right leg up, flex the foot. Good. Lock the back down, and we're lowering and lift. Now, if you want to make that leg a bit longer, work a bit harder, but make sure you're locking that spine to the floor. Good. Lower and lift. Good. 2 more times. Lower and lift. Last one. Lower and lift. Good. We're going to take that foot back down to the floor. Relax your arms to the side. If you haven't got the foam roller, I just want you to just turn your head from left to right. If you're on the foam roller, I want you to slide up now till the base of your skull. So it can be quite tender here. The base of the skull is just resting over the edge of the roller. Okay. And then we're going to turn the head very slowly from left to right. And you should feel that roller is sitting in right at the base of that skull. And so very gently turning the head from left to right. And if you're finding any tender spots, you can just stay on it and just rocking slightly. You definitely won't do any harm here. It's a good area to release. It can cause a lot of headaches if you're very tight up into the occipital area. So just a nice relaxing one. Again, if you haven't got the roller, just gently turning your head from left to right. And if you haven't got the roller, you could just push the opposite arm down towards your feet. So if you're turning to the right, push your left hand down. And then as you turn to the left, you push your right hand down. Good. Okay. So when you're ready now, very gently, we're going to come off the roller, sitting with the roller to the right of you. So the options are either have the right knee bent in front, left leg bent behind, or you can sit side sit with both legs bent, or you can have the left leg straight and the right knee bent. So the choice is yours as to which you feel the most comfortable with. Ideally, if you can have one leg behind, one leg in front, great. And the roller to the right side. If you haven't got the roller, it's fine. Just do it on the floor. Not a problem. Okay, so crown of the head up towards the ceiling. I'm going to slide the roller away from you. Now remember here, you want to keep the elbow soft, not straight and hyperextending. Soft elbow, dropping the shoulder down, and we're coming over to the right. Good. And come back up to sitting again. Good. On the out breath, push the roller away. Good. Try and keep the left seat bone down and back up to sitting again. Good. On the out breath. Now this time I'm going to hold it down. Good. We're going to rotate. We're going to touch the right hand and lift to the ceiling, but we're not lifting the waist. We're staying down. So touch the right hand with the left, back up to the ceiling. We're working these oblique muscles. Good. Touch and lift. Good. This time we're going to bring both hands onto the roller or floor. Push the roller away, drop the head down between the arms, so we've got lovely rotation there. Good. Come back to the side bend. We're going to come back up to sitting, and now we're going to stretch over the other side. Good. Lovely stretch there. And back up to sitting. Brilliant. We're changing sides here now. So roller on the left side, left leg in front, right leg behind, sitting up nice and tall. We're going to push the roller away, keep the elbow bent, lift through that lower waist and reach the right arm over the top. In breath to center. Good. On the out breath, keep the shoulder away from the ears, reaching over the top and center. Good. One more time, reach it away over the top. Now we're going to bring the right hand to touch the left hand and back up to the ceiling. Good. Right to left, try and keep lifted away from the floor and up to the ceiling. Right hand to touch the left, back up to the ceiling. We're bringing the right hand down next to the left. If you're using the roller, push the roller away. Otherwise, just drop your head down. Good. Come back into the side bend, all the way over. Good. Bring that left arm over the top. Lovely stretch through that left side. Good. And coming back to the center. So we're either going to cross the legs in front of us, or you can have them straight if you want to, whichever you find more comfortable. If you haven't got the roller, just have your arms up to the ceiling. That's fine. You could use a cushion here if you want to feel like you're holding something. We're going to squeeze against the ends of the roller here. Reach the crown of the head up to the ceiling. Try not to lean back. And we're going to turn to the right, keeping the center of the roller above the crown of the head. And we're centering back up. We're going to turn to the left. Good. And center, shoulders down the back. If the arms get too tired, just do it without the roller. We're turning to the right. And center, lift the crown of the head to the ceiling again, just in case you're tilting back. Over to the left. And center, we're going into the side bend here. So we're bringing the roller over to the right. Place the hand on the floor. Reach the left arm over the top. Good. Back up to the center. Over to the left. Back of the hand onto the floor. Reach that right hand away from you. Back to the center. We're going to take the legs out into the V, flex through the feet, place the roller onto the floor, crown of the head to the ceiling. Good. We'll hold towards the ends of the roller again. We're going to hinge forward, taking the chest. Now remember, you're looking through length, so you want to reach the crown of the head forward, not down to the floor. Holding the ends of the roller, we're going to roll up onto the right side of the roller and look up underneath that left arm up to the ceiling. Good. Take the roller back to the floor, chest towards the floor. Take up onto the left end and looking up underneath that right arm. Good. One more time to each side. Flat onto the floor, chest to the floor a bit more. Up onto the right side, look up underneath that left arm. Good, nice and slow. Breaths, taking the chest to the floor. Look up underneath that right arm. Take the chest to the floor again. Place the hands on top of the roller or just bring them to the center. Push that roller away. See if you can drop a little bit lower. Try and keep the shoulders down your back. Good. And then we're going to round back up. Stack that spine. Bring the roller now underneath the calves. And just check where we are. We're going to place that roller now underneath the calves here. Good. Okay. If you haven't got the roller, let's just go back into. I tell you what, we're going to leave the roller stretches today. I mean, not stretches. The roller loosens off today, and next week, we'll all have our rollers, and we'll do it then. So, sorry, we're just going to take the roller now. We're going to place it underneath, just behind you. We want the roller sort of sitting at the bottom of the rib cage, and the knees are bent. Good. Oh, saying that we are going to just roller through the backs here a little bit. So, Catherine, if you either do rolling like a ball or just lie on your back and just rocking on the floor with the knees bent, okay? We're going to lift up our glutes. So the roller is onto that lower rib cage. We can support the back of the head and we're just going to roll up and down on the roller here, okay? So Miriam, you might get it through here on your bolster. We're just going to have a little loosen off here. Good, nice and slow. Remember, you can just drop that head a little bit if you want to as you bring the roller up towards your shoulders, and then as you bring it down to the rib cage, a chin towards your chest. We're going to come back to sitting, Bring the roller out in front of you. I'm going to place it underneath your heels there. Okay. Sorry, I'm just saying that we're not going to use it, and then my brain was programmed. Next one. Anyway, we'll place the roller underneath your heels. Crown of the head stacking, so nice and straight through the back. Arms out to the side, keeping those shoulders down your back. So you're going to scoop the belly button to spine. You're C-curving that back, but don't close through the shoulder blade, and we're rolling back, not too far, just till you feel that those core muscles engage, and then rolling back up and stacking. Good. Deep breath in as we breathe out. Draw the belly button to spine as we roll back. Hold for a breath and rolling and stacking. We're going to try and go all the way down to the floor here. So crown of the head to the ceiling. Draw the belly button to spine. We're rolling down. We're coming lumbar, thoracic. Take the head down. Reach the arms over the top for the in breath. Arm out breath. Arms to the ceiling. Come up from the breastbone, look at your toes, and we're rolling back up. Reach the arms over your toes and drop the head down. Good. Stacking that spine back up again. Good. So, drawing the belly button to spine, we're rolling back. Coming down, lumbar, thoracic. Let the head down, reach the arms over the top. Deep breath in as we breathe out, arms to the ceiling. Come up from the breastbone, looking at your toes. We're rolling back up. Reach the arms forward. This time we can take hold of the toes. Drop the head down between the arms. Good, nice deep breath in. And out, back up to stacking. We're just going to roll all the way down and stay down this time. So scooping the belly button to spine, rolling down, lumbar, thoracic. Reach the arms over the top. Just a nice stretch here. We could stretch the left arm and left leg away a little bit and relax, and then right arm and right leg away. And relax. We're going to bring the arms down by your side. We're going to bend the knees, place the feet onto the roller. We're going to have the knees and feet hip width apart, arms out to the side and palms to the ceiling. We're going to do the wringing out the washing here, so we'll just break it down again. So we're just going to start with rolling the right arm back. At the same time, we're going to roll the left arm forward. So we're rolling the arms alternate ways. One hand is rolling back, one hand is rolling forward. So they're staying on the floor. The arms aren't moving up and down. They're just rolling forward and back. Good. Then we're going to start to turn the head towards the hand that is rolling back on the floor and change. Good. And once you've got the feeling of that, we're going to start to drop our knees in the opposite direction to the head, okay? And so we're just changing, the head going one direction, the knees going in the other direction, the head turning towards the hand that is rolling back on the floor. Good, we're going to do one more time to each side. Last time here. And then we're coming back to the center. Keep the arms out to the side, palms to the ceiling. We're closing the knees and feet together here. So we're going to take both knees, keep the feet stacked now, both knees over to the left, the head goes to the right, so opposite direction. And then we're going to lengthen that right leg over that left knee, so your right leg is going straight up towards your left hand. Good. Or right hand, depending which way you're going. Good. And then we're going to stack knees and ankles. Take the lumbar spine to the mat as we center back up. Good. On the out breath, we're going to take both knees over to the right. Head goes to the left. We're lengthening the left leg over the right knee. So taking that foot up towards your hand. Toe to the floor. Breathing through that stretch. And then we're stacking knees and ankles, taking that lumbar spine to the mat. Good. We're going to open our feet back to shoulder width apart. Hip width. So knees are hip width apart. Arms relaxed and by your side. We're coming up into the shoulder bridge. Now, if you feel you're cramping with your feet on the roller, obviously just take your feet off. On the in-breath, we're curling that pelvis up off the mat, peeling the vertebra one at a time till we come up into that shoulder bridge position. So hips are lifted as high as possible, rib cages drop down. Deep breath in, check there's no tension through the neck and shoulders, and then we're going to come back down one vertebra at a time, keeping that pelvis curled up until the end. Good. Deep breath in. As we breathe out, we're curling that pelvis up off the mat, peeling the vertebra one at a time till we come up into the shoulder bridge position. Hips lifted, rib cage down, holding for an in-breath. As we breathe out, we're going to come back down one vertebra at a time, keeping that pelvis curled up until the end. You can just hug those knees to your chest, rock from side to side, and loosen off that back. Good. Okay, so from there now, we're going to place the feet down the other side of the roller. We're going to lift our hips up and place the roller underneath the pelvis. Now, Catherine, have you got a pillow or anything you can pop underneath your pelvis? Maybe something fairly substantial so it just tilts that pelvis a bit. Cushion, or don't worry if not, otherwise just do it without if you haven't got anything like that. Okay, so from there now, I want you to think of dropping the rib cage down. So it's a little bit hard now to make sure that lumbar spine is staying locked due to the fact, obviously, that it's lifted up off the floor. So just make sure that rib cage is locked down. We're going to hug the left knee into your chest. And we're going to slide that right leg away. Now we want the right leg going down towards the floor. We're just stretching through the front of the hip flexor there. Good. So hug the knee. So Paul, hug your right knee in to the chest. We're not crossing them over each other. And then the opposite leg is lengthened away, dropping that heel to the floor. But watch your rib cage here. Don't let it pop up. Good. Okay. We're going to place the left foot on the floor now, pointing through the right toe. We're going to take it up to the ceiling. So your left foot is on the floor, right leg is up to the ceiling. We're going to take hold of that right calf, draw it towards your nose. Keep that rib cage down. Leave the head on the floor. Draw that leg towards you so you're really feeling that stretch through that hamstring there. We're going to start to circle that foot round. So ankle joint circles here, taking the ankle joint through its full range of movement. We're changing directions. Good for 2 and 3. Good. And then we're going to start to flex. Take the heel to the ceiling and point through the toe. Heel to the ceiling and point. Good. One more time. Heel to the ceiling and point. Bend that right knee, hug that right knee into your chest, and we're lengthening the left leg away now. Good. Again, watch that rib cage. Don't let it pop up. Take the heel towards the floor. Good. Dropping that leg down as much as possible. Trying to get that heel onto the floor, but without the rib cage popping up. We're going to lower the right foot to the floor, pointing through the toe. We're taking that left leg up to the ceiling, holding on to that left calf, shoulders down your back. Good. I'm going to start with those ankle circles. Nice and slow circles. And we're changing direction. 2 and 3. Good. We're going to point through the toe and then flex through the heel. Point through the toe and flex. Good. One more time. Point through the toe and flex. Good. We're going to bring the right leg up. Both legs are together here. So Catherine, just have the legs up to the ceiling. If you can, take hold of the calf and draw the legs up over your head slightly. So we're not coming up onto our shoulders. We're just taking hold of our calves and trying to draw the legs up over the head. Good. And then we're going to point through the toes. We're taking the legs out into a V here. So you should be feeling a nice strong stretch through that inner thigh. At this point, you can place your hands on the inside of the feet and just apply a little bit of pressure to increase that stretch. We're closing the legs together now and bringing those feet over your head a little bit more. Good. And then open out to a V. Push through the inside of the feet. Push them away from you a bit more. Good. And we're closing back up, drawing those legs over your head a little bit more. Good. Taking hold of the calves. Lovely, brilliant. So we're coming back. We're going to have that roller now sitting underneath the glutes a bit, so they should be in the nice fleshy part of your glutes. If you haven't got the roller, don't worry. Miriam, great, you've got the roller. Good. So we're going to place right ankle onto left knee. Draw that left knee up. We're actually going to hold on to the edges of the roller here. And we're going to roll onto that right side of the glutes here. So what you want to be doing is getting that roller into the glutes. Now, if you haven't got the roller, don't worry, just do the stretch and then increase the stretch by going over to the left side. If you've got the roller, have a little play with that roller. So you're working into those glutes a little bit. Good. Just loosening off, find where the tightness is. Good. And we're going to change legs here. So we're going to go left ankle onto right knee. We're rolling over to the left here. And again, have a little play with any tightness into those glutes. We can roll it up and down. Move that roller around a little bit until you find some tight area. Good. Nice deep breaths. Good. Okay, coming back, hug the knees to the chest. We're going to slide the roller out. We're going to roll onto our side. Come up to kneeling on all fours here. We're going to tuck the toes underneath us. Push up into down dog, taking the heels to the floor. Now, if the heels don't reach the floor, then bend one knee and straighten the other and then change, okay? If both heels reach the floor, then I want you to take the head through to the knees. Just breathing through that. Stretch. Good. Soften through the knees. Walk the hands back towards your feet. On the out breath, we're going to round back up. Stack that spine. Roll the shoulders back. Excellent job, everyone. Just going to press stop.